What makes Aka Akasaka's writing so interesting is the fact that you can tell this man loves Japanese folklore, and somehow finds a way to include it in his stories, whether it be a mundane scenario in Kaguya-sama about two students with strong feelings towards each other, but unable to confess till the other does, or something completely out of pocket like Oshinoko, a doctor that gets reincarnated as his idol's son. But unlike Oshinoko, in Kaguya-sama there is no supposed obvious supernatural elements. But with the name of the characters, it's easy to tell just how linked it is to the tale of the bamboo cutter, or Kaguya Hime no Monogatari. Each character have their own counterpart in the story which reflects their role in the narrative, and their base personalities and hardships. And part of the journey in Kaguya-sama, I think, is breaking out of those folklore imposed roles and truly becoming their own character. As if fighting destiny, a really unique way to show character development while showing love for iconic Japanese folklore. But for Oshinoko, it's obvious there's a supernatural element, but much harder to tell just how it's linked to Japanese mythology. So that's what this video will cover, and it's a lot to take in, so sit down, grab a drink, get some food, whatever. We'll be talking mostly about the reincarnation elements and a few things that's not yet in the anime that involves only the reincarnation bits. So spoilers depending on how much you care about that part. If you are curious, it won't be brought up for a while in the anime. So without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, yes, there is Japanese mythology involved, and to understand it we have to go all the way back in episode 1. Something I feel like is overlooked a lot is the town where everything started. Gorou's permanent job as a doctor, Sarina's hospital that she stayed in as a terminal patient, Ai Hoshino's choice of location to give birth at, and the death of both Gorou and Sarina. This ain't no ordinary town, and it's no coincidence everything happened here, namely the reincarnation of both Gorou and Sarina. The town is called Takachiho in the Miyazaki Prefecture, and that, my friend, is the birthplace of Japanese mythology. The very place where the sun god Amaterasu sent her grandson Ninigi no Mikoto down from the heavens to bring peace in a world that at that time was filled with violence. And the town is also the location of the Amano Iwato Jinja, a Shinto shrine dedicated to the goddess Amaterasu, near a cave where the goddess at one time was said to have hidden after a quarrel with her brother Susanoo, taking the sunlight with her, leaving the world shrouded in darkness. And the cave along with the shrine does sound familiar. Also, Amaterasu is short for Amaterasu Omikami, which literally means the great goddess that shines in the sky. But as much as I like to think it's a parallel with Ai Hoshino's stardom, it also reminds me of Aqua and Ruby. Two siblings, well, if you read the manga, aren't in the best of relationship at the moment. Just as how Amaterasu and Susanoo had a fight, but the sun only returned after they reconciled. And the fact that in episode 1, Ruby literally name drops the goddess Amaterasu, and Aqua playing along with her to protect their mother from a scandal because of Miyako, who at that time wanted to expose Ai Hoshino. Miyako best girl now, by the way, the mother that stepped up. Anyways, getting sidetracked, the point is, it's a direct reference to how the royal Japanese line, the emperors, solidified their superiority by claiming that they are a descendant of the goddess Amaterasu. We can play this entire scene off as a joke, but it's simply too hard to ignore as an Easter. Now that brings me to the fact that all these parallels might be the reason why the gods, namely Amaterasu, is involved in all of this or made all this possible, which I believe was confirmed in chapter 75, when Crow Girl here made an appearance spouting the most random stuff till you actually realize what she said. And to understand what she said, the Crow Girl is the Japanese god of guidance, Yatagarasu, not actually a cross-dressing Hikaru Kamiki like a few people are theorizing, which I hope is just a joke. The Crow Girl being Yatagarasu is highlighted by the fact that she claims to know everything. The legend of Yatagarasu goes all the way back to the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, two of the oldest written books of Japanese history. It's said that this great crow was sent as a guide from the heavens for the Emperor Jimmu on his journey, and the very appearance of the bird itself is a sign of divine intervention in human affairs. So what happened to Gorou and Sarina, Aqua and Ruby was indeed the work of the gods. As the Crow Girl aka Yatagarasu said, the gods are surely kind, and probably a safe bet here to say it's Amaterasu responsible. And once again, it's also assumed that the Yatagarasu was sent to the Emperor Jimmu in the same town, Takachiho. It also explains why this Crow Girl is constantly dropping hints and guiding Ruby and Aqua and why she appeared when they visited that very town. I mean, a crow literally guided Ruby to where Gorou's corpse was, behind a shrine in a cave. The parallels are just amazing, and honestly I still can't completely put it together because it just works in so many different ways. But the manga right now seems to be getting close to the actual answer. But it does lead me to believe what the Crow Girl is saying is not a lie. It's all fate that everyone ended up in the same place. The gods aka Amaterasu saw two people, Gorou and Sarina, who have no understanding or lack of true motherly love, and Ai Hoshino, an about to be mother who more than anyone craved and longed for a family and love, about to give birth to two soulless babies, which I can only assume to be stillborn children. Thus Amaterasu, someone who is extremely emotional in Japanese mythology, taking away the very idea of sunlight from the world because of a quarrel with her brother, made sure in her own way that these three can be happy. The good old isekai non-isekai switcheroo. The saddest part about all this in the real sense is what we see in the after credits of episode 1. The tape recorded by Ai Hoshino before she died on their first birthday. All she wants is for her children to be healthy and happy. But it's just sad to see all that time Aqua is spending on the idea of revenge. Kind of painful to witness and adds so much grief to the entire narrative, especially to us, the viewers. But I guess we also have the knowledge that they aren't truly Ai Hoshino's children. Or maybe they are, given how much they love her and was pretty much raised to some extent by her. Weird to think about since not one of them loved their previous life as much. But I guess it's up to your discretion. And at the end of the day, it's Aka Akasaka's way of once again showing a parallel involved Aqua and Ruby, Ai Hoshino, the entertainment industry, with Japanese folklore. Aqua and Ruby's diverging paths. And if anything, the song Mephisto by Queen Bee and the visuals in itself are a huge hint towards that. The red strings of fate, Aqua who was once connected to the stars, his getting cut off completely and drowning with him, and Ruby just looking down on him. It's a pretty huge contrast. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. If you made it all the way here, congrats. Hopefully it helps you understand the future events more. And yeah, like and subscribe for more Japan, anime, manga related content. And yeah, I appreciate all the support. I don't know how, but the channel is just blowing up. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Bye bye. Like and subscribe. Peace.